Dear students, this is a specimen of the sagittal section of female pelvis. How did I say this as female pelvis? First point number 1, you have to check for the uterus. Sometimes in hysterectomy patients you cannot visualize the uterus. So first thing you have to check the pubic symphysis. Behind the pubic symphysis you will be having the bladder. This is the urinary bladder, and next to the urinary bladder you will be having the uterus. In females only you will be having the uterus. Next thing you will be having the rectum. Behind the rectum you are having your sacrum. So this is the normal view of the sagittal section of female pelvis. Number 1, but when the lady has undergone hysterectomy, her vagina will be there. Okay, with that at least you could find out. And from here we will ask you few more questions regarding the sagittal section. Number 1, what is this? This is stony heart, so it is pubic symphysis. Pubic symphysis is a secondary cartilaginous joint, and between the two pubic bones that area is covered by hyaline cartilage, but in between you will be having the disc like structure that is fibrous. So number 1 is the pubic symphysis. This is made up of secondary cartilaginous joint. This is a type of secondary cartilaginous joint, and here is your urinary bladder. This is your urinary bladder. You can see the openings here nicely. Okay, the trigone with the ureteric opening orifice you can see. So this is called urinary bladder. The urinary bladder, this area is called the apex of the urinary bladder. What I am holding is the apex of the urinary bladder. The apex of the urinary bladder is nothing but the remnant of the embryonic urachus or allantois. The allantois and urachus only later on it gets obliterated and forms the median umbilical fold or ligament. This is the apex. Now this is urinary bladder, this is pubic symphysis. Between these two there is a space. That space is called as retropubic space of Retzius. Retro means behind the pubic symphysis. Retropubic space of Retzius. This contains fat to prevent the friction of the soft organ against the bony prominence. So this is the pelvic surface of the pubic symphysis, and this space is called retropubic space. It contains retropubic pad of fat and pubovesical ligaments in females. Pubo means it starts from the pelvic surface of the pubic symphysis to the urethra. So this is called pubovesical ligament, and here only you will be having the vesical venous plexus will also be present here. Okay, that is a plexus which drains the urinary bladder. So this is called retropubic space of Retzius. And then next comes the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder, here is the urinary bladder. I have already showed you the apex of the urinary bladder, what I am holding here, and then behind this only the base of the urinary bladder is situated, and both the sides you have the, this is the infrolateral surface of the bladder. So this is called superior surface of the bladder above. Okay, this is called superior surface of the bladder, where the fundus of the uterus is lying on it. Okay, this is superior surface of the bladder. This is called apex of the bladder, and this is base or posterior surface of the bladder. This is called infrolateral surface of the bladder, which is not covered by the peritoneum. So whenever the bladder gets filled up, that infrolateral surface comes up towards the above the pubic symphysis. So you can put your catheter inside and you can take out the urine sterile. So this procedure is called suprapubic cystostomy. So this is about the infrolateral surface clinical significance, and behind or posterior thing is related to the body of the uterus and cervix. Now the peritoneal reflection from here, from the anterior abdominal, the peritoneum comes over here and it comes over the urinary bladder and dips down here. It dips down here up to the cervix. It goes up to the cervix here. Look at this. It goes up to the cervix here, and then it gets reflected upon the uterus. So this area you will be having uterovesical pouch. This is called as uterovesical pouch. Then it gets reflected on the uterus and then goes behind, it goes up to the vagina. Look at this, it goes up to the vagina and that comes reflected over the rectum. So this area, the pouch is deep, that is called pouch of Douglas or rectouterine pouch. So I put my finger and forceps in the rectouterine pouch or pouch of Douglas. Behind that you are having your rectum. So, in the exam we want the student to tell all the parts. Number 1 pubic symphysis, number 2 retropubic space of Ritzius, number 3 urinary bladder, number 4 uterus, number 5 rectum, and number 6 is the sacrum. And then few important points: pubic symphysis is a secondary cartilaginous joint, and retropubic space of Ritzius contains fat and pubovesical ligament, and vesical venous plexus is also present here. And regarding the bladder, you have to read everything about the bladder, especially you have to show the bladder. This is called the apex of the bladder, behind that one is called the base of the bladder, and here is the inferolateral surface of the bladder. This is superior surface of the bladder, and then inferolateral surface, already I told you it is not covered by peritoneum. And then you read about the blood supply, superior vesicle and inferior vesical artery, and this is the urethra. And next comes your important organ, uterus. So, when you lift the uterus, you have to tell us this is the body of the uterus, and this is called the cervix of the uterus. The down one is called vagina. So, this is cervix and this is body. Body up to the opening of, above the opening of the fallopian tube, this is called fundus of the uterus, and below this lower part is called cervix, and this part is called vagina. And the normal position of the uterus is anteversion, anteverted and anteflexed. Anteversion means between the cervix, there is an angle between the cervix and the vagina. This is called as anteversion, the angle is 90 degree, and anteflexion is like this. Okay, anteflexion is between the angle of the long axis of the body to the long axis of the cervix. This angle is called as anteflexion. It is 120 to 125 degrees. Okay, this is the normal position of the uterus. So, the fundus of the uterus is lying on the superior surface of the urinary bladder. It will be like this. This is the exact position of the uterus. And then you have your fallopian tubes here. This is the ligament called broad ligament. Broad ligament, the contents of the broad ligament you are supposed to read, and this is the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, the 4 parts of the fallopian tube you should know. That last one is called as ampulla infundibulum, and the second the number 1, I will show it here, it will be easy for you. This is the coronal section of the pelvis. Okay. So, number 1, this is the bladder what I was showing you. This is the pubic symphysis, now you can see clearly, and here is the bladder. This is the apex of the bladder, and then behind this the base of the bladder or posterior surface. It is related to the uterus. This is the uterovesical pouch, and uterus, here you can see the fundus, and the body is here. The upper part where the uterine tubes are present, over that it is called as fundus, and here is a cervix down and then vagina. Okay. And this is the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, the 4 parts of the fallopian tube is very important. Infundibulum, okay, here only ampulla is situated, fimbria is situated. Next comes the ampulla of the fallopian tube, most dilated part, and comes the isthmus, narrowest part, and the last one is intramural part of the fallopian tube, and it gets its blood supply from both the ovarian artery and uterine artery, and behind that it is rectouterine pouch or pouch of Douglas, and here is there is a fascia of the rectum, that is Denonvillus fascia. Behind that you will be having the sacrum. Here you will be having the fascia of Valdeir. Okay. So, this is about the coronal section. This is only for spotters purpose, and here the same one for the tubes I showed, and here you can see the lovely ovary here. Okay, you can see the ovary here, right. Okay, ovary is placed in the posterior leaflet of the broad ligament. So, this is the broad ligament. So, here it is present in the posterior leaflet of the broad ligament, that is called mesoovarium, which is connected to the ovary. Nicely you can see the ovary. What I am holding is the ovary, and you should know about the supports of the uterus and the blood supply and lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage of the uterus, from the upper portion fundus it goes to the parietic nodes, and down you are it's from the cervix it is going to the internal iliac nodes, and body goes to the external iliac nodes, and then only from the area where the ligament of ovary is attached and the round ligament of uterus is attached, that area alone it is draining into the superficial inguinal nodes, because the round ligament is attached from the angle of the uterus to the labia majora. So this drain into the superficial group of nodes, inguinal nodes. And this is about the rectum. Rectum has superior rectal, middle rectal and inferior rectal. Only one superior rectal, two middle rectal and two inferior rectal arteries are there. They supply the rectum, and behind is the sacrum. This is the intervertebral disc. So that's all about the sagittal section of the female pelvis.